Welcome crafters to this yarn and ribbon wreath tutorial. We'll be using yarn today that came from Hobby Lobby. It's chunky yarn in 8 ounces. And the wreath form in the shape of the candy cane came from Dollar Tree. And then you can get ribbon. This is 1.5 inch ribbon from any of your local craft stores. We'll fold the ribbon over on the back side about 2 inches. And then we're going to go ahead and glue that in place. And then we'll let that set and flip it back over. And then we're going to go ahead and measure out our ribbon. And we will go ahead and do a little bit extra and cut that off so we don't have to play with that ribbon roll. And now we'll take the chunky yarn on the back side of the wreath and we will glue that to the ribbon. Let that dry for a minute, and then we're going to flip back over to the front and we're going to glue a little bit on the front so it stays nice and secure. You may have to glue that edge there just to make sure it doesn't move. I just want to make sure that it's nice and secure right there. And we've got our first wrap done. We're going to let that sit for a second, and then we're going to wrap again. Let that sit for a second and wrap one more time. And you'll see how I have the yarn on the right side of me and the ribbon's kind of on the left. And so you're going to pull back your ribbon. This is my favorite part. You're going to take the form and hold the ribbon with your opposite hand, and you're going to rotate the wreath towards you for 4 turns or 4 wraps. And then once you have that done, you're going to kind of squish the yarn together, take the ribbon, flip it over the top of that once you've got it nice and neat. And then you're going to take the yarn with your left hand and you're going to wrap that forward twice. Pull back the ribbon. Make sure it's nice and secure and firm there. And then you're going to grab the wreath form and then you're going to turn towards you 4 more times. This is just easier than taking your hand and wrapping it all the way around the wreath, I think. But you can do it however you want. This is just the way I do it. Then you're going to go ahead and wrap the yarn over the top, put the ribbon over the top of the yarn. You're going to wrap the yarn twice over, pull the ribbon back, wrap 4 times towards you, push it together, make sure it's nice and snug. Place your ribbon over the top, and so on until we get almost to the first curve of the candy cane. And when we get there, I will show you what we do next. We are now at the first curve at the top of the candy cane wreath form. And it's going to be hard to make that curve with the ribbon, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the ribbon right at the top. I'm going to take our ribbon and I'm going to cut it at an angle so it fits nice and neatly, and we can tuck it in underneath the chunky yarn. I'm going to glue it in place so it doesn't slip. Just like so. And let it sit there for a moment, and then we're going to move on with forming the rest of our wreath. So we'll wrap 4 times. Flip over our ribbon, then we will wrap 2 times over the ribbon, push that together, make it nice and snug, pull back our ribbon, and wrap 4 times again underneath it. And this is a little tricky because the curve's in place, so you kind of have to just play with it. And then we'll keep going around until we get to the end. And now we're at the end. And we're going to cut off that strip right there of yarn. And we're going to cut off the strip of ribbon so we can tuck that in. And then we're going to go ahead and glue the ribbon. Glue the ribbon on the top, add the yarn to that so it'll stay secure and in place. And then we'll flip it over, And then we will glue the ribbon on the inside and tuck it in real quick. And that will stay nice and secure. And then we will wrap our yarn so you can't see the bottom. So just a light layer of glue right there, let it sit. And then we'll wrap it around one more time and just kind of tuck it in. And we will be done.